Sometimes being one of the smartest people or reading all the personal development books and knowing all the ins and outs of, therapy talk and personal development talk and spirituality, sometimes that is to our own detriment, because so often we can see the red flags, see the lessons, see the potential danger, the risk factor of the thing that we desire or moving towards it. And so then we avoid it because we want to play it smart, or we studied someone else's blueprint and we're like, no, that's not how they did it. And so we completely neglect to go towards our guiding light that will give us everything that we desire. I'm here in Italy on this beautiful walk, and you guys, Duchess, she comes on walks with me now. And then I have Arla there, and Zima's somewhere in the forest. And Aslan is going to be born any day now. My newest puppy, my guardian, my protector, our guardian, our protector. Ladybug is doing so well. Look at her running yesterday. She's insane right now because, she lost her twins a week ago, and my heart is healing. She's definitely healing. I miss them. I wish that they were still in her belly. I didn't know about Dolore. We didn't know about her being in there. But Chaos I loved so much. And so they're here too. They're just in another realm. But we're all doing really well. Maisie is the pregnant mare that was with Ladybug in the paddock, like their whole pregnancy. They've been together even though they just tolerate each other. She's about to give birth any day. So we've been on full watch this entire week. And so that means it's kind of like when I was on boats and I was living and working on boats. I would somehow, my thing is like I always end up in jobs where I'm like not qualified. So I was driving this 120-foot yacht in the middle of the night. So we would take 4-hour shifts and then we would deliver the boat wherever the delivery was to. Not necessarily like delivering, it's just like what it's called when you take a boat to a new location, like from California to Mexico. And then we stayed docked in Mexico, and I was there for 6 months. And so got to do that as well. So it was beautiful, wonderful. But now the shifts are just sitting in bed, luckily, because we have a camera, and watching the camera to see if she's going to give birth. So no baby yet. We're tired, but it's such an exciting, wonderful, magical time. And I'm just on this walk right now with my little zoo, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how did I get here? My patch is like so beautiful. My new tent, glamping tent, incredible. I just ordered a bed for it and a bed frame that I don't like putting stuff under the bed because it's not good for feng shui, but with this space I thought it was okay. So it has drawers under, so I'll have space to put my things, and I have a van. I've always wanted a van, and I live on a farm, and I get to ride horses, and I have horses, and I rescue horses, and I'm just here on this walk, and I'm like, wow, how did I get here? And I got here because I did what I was being called to, and it made no sense to anybody else. I had a great life in California. I still have a great life in California. I can go back anytime. I have wonderful friends there. It's a home to me that I will always have. I hope to one day have a house there too that I can go stay at for a few months at a time. But when I was living there, things were fine. I had a good home. I had a good friend circle, all the things. But I was being called to move to Italy. And I had that calling for a while, but it didn't make sense, right? I had all these other reasons why. But then finally one thing hit me, and I had just quit my job, and I was like, I have to go. I have to get rid of all my things, let go. Like the art of letting go is incredible. That is what this whole video is about. When I let go of mostly my physical things, but a lot of other things too, that made the space for this. And so in the process of me like actually getting rid of things, I would say like, okay, I love my sauna, I love my clothes, I love all my kitchen things and my air fryer and like all these things, these gadgets, these investments. And I was just like, you know what? The version of me who I desire to be, stop eating all that, Arlo, who I desire to be has more than enough to rebuy all these things. But if I choose the other route of saying, I don't want to get rid of these because they're nice, then these things are literally my golden handcuff. The golden handcuff is something that's so nice and sparkly and wonderful, but it keeps you back from living the life that you want. And so I decided, I was like, I have to let these go. I have to make the space. I have to just see. It was an experiment that I had with the universe. I was like, okay, I've done all this learning and blah, 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 blah. But what happens if I just follow my cues and I just go? And when something pings, I go. And what happens? What then gets created? What then comes into my life? How much more can I let go? So I looked at, my friends. I looked at everything, the job, the relationship. And over a period of like 2 years after I had my near-death experience, that's when I was like, okay, I really need to start letting people go too. And I'm not like into that culture of like cutting friends out just left and right, but when a friend is meant for you and it isn't. Like I have like, I don't even know, like 4 best friends off the top of my head right now who we are so different in so many ways, and we've been in very different chapters of life too. Like my best friend from high school, we are so different, and we're always, she's having babies right now. I'm living in a tent in a van in Italy, and I've, gone through bad relationships. We've like talked less or talked more at different periods of time, but we're always in each other's corners. We're always there no matter what. And that's a real friend. But if you have a friend who's, being manipulative, who's using you for social status, who, is all these things, who just like is negative all the time and like tries to bring you down with them and doesn't listen to feedback and doesn't honor your requests, then maybe it's not the right friendship for you. So I had a few friendships where I just had to have the courage really to end them with love. And by doing that, that also made more space for what was meant to come in. And when I got here to Italy, after I let go of 99% of my things, I was like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, I don't know the language. I don't know anyone other than my family that's in a lot of Italy and Switzerland and Ireland, but kind of all over. I was like, this is a weird feeling. And for the first few months, I was like, did I make a mistake? Like I don't really know what I'm doing here. I miss California. You guys might remember when I was in Switzerland, I was super, super homesick. Arlo, stop eating that. Stop. Hey, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Such a child. And then I made my dream board, my vision board, and Arlo, sit down. Come here. You're gonna just be on timeout. I made my vision board for 2024, and I couldn't figure out why I was putting so many horses, but I was like, horses feels good. Put a bunch of horses, a bunch of farm life, I put a van, and all the things on there are literally like my reality. I'll have to do like a comparison of the vision board and photos that I actually have. I even put like a lot of blonde girls, and I always wanted to be this blonde again. And here we are. And it's simple things, but it's what my reality became. And as I'm building this space, like on my little patch, and I have a fence around it, and I get to decorate it and everything, I'm like, this is incredible. Like I have my own little patch that I get to live on and make my own here in Italy on a farm with horses next to the ocean, like next to Switzerland if I want to go to Switzerland, and I could go to Greece if I want to go to Greece, and I can go up to Norway for the summer, and go to Ireland after that. It's like, this is incredible, right? But that's my life. Not everyone wants this. But what you want is available to you if you let go of your golden handcuff. If you look at it and you say, honestly, this is what's holding me back. I love it. It's a luxury. I'm very attached to it. It helps me feel this and that. Maybe it helps you feel important. Maybe it helps you feel safe. Maybe it helps you feel, whatever, healthy, whatever. Like you worked hard and you achieved something. But there's a point in time where you have to decide to let go and to move towards that thing. And when I moved towards this thing, when I said, okay, I'm leaving, I'm going to Europe, and people were like, why? They needed a why. at first I was like, I don't know, like maybe I'm gonna help my brother find properties and renovate them and stuff. Like even though that wasn't why, it's like a thing that maybe will happen. I just felt like I had to give them a reason. And then at a certain point, I was like, I don't have to give anyone a reason. My reason is that I'm being called to go here, and so I'm going. And that's the same thing for you. If you start moving towards that thing that you truly desire, and you start letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore, and people are like, why are you doing that? Why are you leaving that relationship, that job? Why are you, moving here or doing that or starting this business? Like, that's crazy. That's a risk. You don't want to take a risk. That could go really, really bad. I know Susie who did that and it went really, really bad. You don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to that. And when they're saying it, it's not like you have to be like, shut up. Even though at some points I was like, shut up. I didn't say it because what they're doing is often from a place of love. And dog hair. And so they're trying to protect you because they love you or they care about you and they don't want you to go down a path that they're afraid of, but they're projecting their own fears on you, their own wants on you, their own stuff that's holding them back. So move towards the life that you desire. Your desires are your guiding light in life. Your joy and your curiosity, when you follow it, will take you where you're meant to go. Make a vision board today. Sit down and just give an hour to making a vision board. Go on Pinterest, just see what starts interesting you, what piques your sparks. The algorithm in there is also very magical. I think the algorithm in Pinterest and in YouTube are like some of the most spiritual, the most aligned with spirituality. Other ones too, but YouTube and Pinterest, I just freaking love. And so just start seeing, when you see that photo on Pinterest, you're like, oh, this is for me. When I saw that horse photo, I was like, yeah, now I have 2 horses, rescued multiple horses. I get to live with horses. It's amazing. And so you will see what's meant for you. And then just ask yourself every single thing that you're doing and thinking, does this align with the version of me that I want to be? Yes or no? If no, stop. Challenge your beliefs. Challenge your habits. Stop doing things because other people taught you to do things or want you to do things or expect you to do things. Just live the life that you want to live. It is all available to you when you let yourself have it. And then, out of nowhere, you'll be walking with your little zoo and you'll be walking back to your perfect little patch and thinking about all the things that you're excited about, that you get to do, that you one time dreamed of. And sooner than you think, life will just be like, oh my God. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. If you don't know what to say hi, Duchess. You are the coolest kitty. I just did a skinny dipping cold plunge actually in the river in a really magical place. Right here. Oh, it's so nice. I think I'll start doing that like every day because I've been having some diaphragm tightness, also like affecting in the back of my ribs. I think like the grief and everything, and so I want to release that through some cold therapy, some breath work. If you want to sign up for one of my programs, I have 21 days to rewire your mind, 21 days to know your divine guidance. Those programs are absolutely life-changing. They have so much in them. I'm like, wow, I really went hard in those 2 programs. But also I have Decondition, which is my current program. It's a 12-week program for the month of March because I am an Aries. My birthday is March 22nd. For the month of March, I'm going to do a major discount. And I also thought like, oh, it'd be fun to do with like the planetary alignment because we just had that with the 7 planets. And so I'm going to take off for the first week of the sale. I'm going to take off $777 of the price. So that's almost half of the price. So for the next week from today to 7 days from now, that will be the discount, and then the discount will become less and less and less for the month of March. So if you've been wanting to sign up for the program but you missed the initial sale before the new year, which was not this good, this might be your time to do it. So I will link that below with the discount code next to the link. Also, if one of you wants to sponsor Ladybug, we are a nonprofit here. We are an animal rescue we have like 44 horses right now. We have 50 rescue dogs right now. We have 30 rescue cats, 2 rescue donkeys, a rescue hinny, which is like the opposite of a mule, very similar to a mule, and we've got chickens. Yeah, so anyway, I'm creating the sponsorship program, but I figured I would invite one of you to sponsor Ladybug. She has a supplement too. There's this dog hair still. She has a supplement that will be very life-changing for her. So if you guys want to sponsor that, we are making that available as well. So I will link that below. Everything helps. We're so grateful. It's a dream come true to get to save all these animals and give them a forever home and a sanctuary to live on. And some of them are adoptable, some of the dogs. Really just the dogs. We don't adopt out horses or anything else. So I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.